Alright, we'll do. Alright guys, we have a little tiny line chip, and I know that's not going to take resin with the temperatures that we're at right now, so I need to open it a little bit. I've already drilled a hole, and this is something again that not many people will do. Perfect. Now you can see it in the mirror. In the mirror I got a perfect little partial bullseye right there. Just enough to open it up so it'll take resin. And I'm telling you guys, when you have just a little line in the windshield like that, and you don't open it up, you're going to fight trying to get resin into that chip. But it's something that you need to practice at before you do it on a customer's car. Because if you hit it too hard, that crack will just expand. And if you don't hit it hard enough, you won't get any opening on it at all. So it's a technique that you need to practice if you're going to do it. And I've had some people comment and say, I would never do that. Well, then you're not going to get as good of repairs as I do, because I developed this little technique specifically for little line chips like this, because I don't like putting a lot of pressure on the glass as far as putting the tool pressure on the glass, because for me that's when I get a crack. But if I can open it up and put very little pressure on the glass, and as you notice I never use that back piece, I put very little pressure on the glass, but it's opened up enough to where I know I can get a good fill, then I'm better off. The glass is neutral. It's not warm or cold. So I'm going to use my medium. I mean, not my medium, my CR resin. I'm putting 7 drops in the tool because this is my first job of the day. And I just replaced all my seals and everything, so some of the resin's going to absorb into the seal and into the O-rings, and I want to make sure I have enough in there to get this to fill all the way. Always got to have some noisy ass car or motorcycle or something coming around. It's crazy. Alright, and it's already filled. Look at that. It's already filled in. The whole line is already filled just because I opened it up. So we're going to pull a vacuum now. We'll let that vacuum sit on there for a second just to make sure we get the rest of the air out of it. Now, I've dealt with these little tiny fine lines before. They're just a little line, and they really don't even have much of a pit break on them. So what I do is I drill right in the center of the line, and I tap it with my little tool there and open up a little bullseye chip right in the middle. And the reason I do that, there's 2 reasons. Number one, it'll take resin much easier doing it that way, because it opens up a little pocket there for the resin to flow into and be able to go all the way from end to end on that line. And the second reason I do that is because I've tried filling these little lines before without doing that, and I've had so many I can't even count how many of them I've had where I've just told the customer it's not taking resin. It's not taking any resin. It's not filling like it should. And when that happens, I feel bad because I can't seem to get it to fill. And then ever since I started opening them up, they just fill in beautifully. No questions asked. And they're some of my fastest repairs. When I open them up like that, they're some of my fastest repairs. So it's a beautiful thing. This is going to be extremely quick. Sorry the video's not going to be 15 minutes or 20 minutes long like most of my videos. It's going to be an extremely quick fill. I mean, it's already filled. I just wanted to give it a little extra to make sure it's completely filled, because when I took the tool off I could still slightly see the line. So I just want to give it a little bit of extra fill. And that should do her right there. Oh yeah, that line is gone, buddy. Gone. Gioni. Now I'm going to use my medium resin to fill the hole. That way I know that hole's filled in good with my medium resin. And we have some good sunlight out here today, so instead of using my light, I'll just use my mirror and reflect some sun down onto the chip and get it to fill the rest, get it to cure all the way. I'm sure that's bright on the camera, but there's not much I can do about it. I got to get it to cure. Yeah, these little chips like this are just a little line in the windshield. They can crack pretty fast if you don't take care of them. They can crack pretty easily. So it's good that they called me to get it taken care of so that it doesn't crack on them. And I gotta tell you guys, I absolutely love my job. I just love it. I love doing repairs for people and doing a good job and making people happy. It's just a wonderful thing. This is a little tiny chip. And he called me last week, and what time is it? Yeah, 1:45 right now, and this is my first job of the day. It's a Saturday for me, and it's just been, the last couple of weeks has just been miserably cold. I'm telling you, just miserable cold. So I haven't been getting as much work, because there's two reasons for that. Number one, I'm limited by the temperatures. If it's too cold, if it's below 25 degrees, I've done chips as low as 14 degrees. And that depends on if the sun is actually shining on the windshield and it's, you know, not as cold to the touch as 14 degrees. But when it's cloudy and overcast and 25 degrees and the windshield has, you know, it's just so cold you can barely touch it, I will try to limit how many repairs I do on days like that, just because of the fact that the windshields are so cold they can just crack. They're very fragile. So I avoid doing things like this where I tap on them with my tools. You know, I avoid trying to do too many crack repairs and things, because the glass is so brittle when it's cold that they just crack real easy. Let's see if that's cured enough. I might have to tape it and cure it again. No, it's cured enough. That's a beautiful thing. That is beautiful. And that's just from shining a mirror on it. Sunlight from a mirror. Didn't even have to use my light. So we're at that time of year now where the UV is coming up more, which is great because it allows me to use my mirrors for curing more than my light. So that's a beautiful thing. I can use my mirrors to cure it, or just have it in the sun. And the sun is over there, so it's not quite shining on the chip like I would like. So I had to use my mirror instead, which is okay because at least it's cured. And it looks amazing. That's a beautiful repair, my friends. Let's get the mirror off the windshield. You'll notice most of the time I use different rags inside than I do outside, because I get resin. Yeah, that's beautiful. It looks good. I mean, I can still barely see the line. Just barely. But that looks great. That looks amazing. That's a beautiful repair. There's a scuff right above it, but that's a good repair, guys. And I get those kind of repairs because I'm not afraid to tap the glass. So that's a good thing, huh? Anyway, that's the first video I've been able to do for a while, because most of my repairs are just basic repairs. I don't get as many insane, crazy repairs like you would think. I do quite a few though. There's my motorcycle. I'm still riding it. Wintertime. Alright, that's it guys. We'll see you in the next one.